The Bridge, a title that promised connection but delivered collapse. With a rating of just 6.3 on IMDb, this episode became the lowest rated chapter of Stranger Things Season 5. But why? What went wrong? By episode 7, fans were expecting a turning point. The calm before the storm. The moment when all the threads come together, or snap. Instead, what they got felt like filler. A long detour that left many asking, did anything actually happen? The title was symbolic, but instead of bridging storylines, it stalled them. Key characters were separated, tension was diluted, and the pacing slowed to a crawl. Fans described it as a narrative dead end, a beautifully shot but empty chapter. Then came Will's emotional monologue, a heartfelt moment, but one that felt overwritten and forced. Critics said it was performative, even manipulative, as if the show was begging for tears instead of earning them. The emotion didn't feel earned. Stranger Things has always balanced action with emotion, but here the balance tipped. Scenes dragged, conversations looped, and the stakes were nowhere to be found. Reviewers said the writers seemed afraid to pull the trigger. And maybe they were. And the danger? Gone. Characters now wear plot armor so thick that fans no longer believe anyone is truly at risk. Safe isn't what made this show great. The tension that once defined Stranger Things has disappeared, leaving predictability behind. That's why some fans are whispering, maybe Stranger Things is becoming the next Game of Thrones. A show that soared, only to stumble in its final act. Rushed resolutions, overstuffed dialogue, emotional manipulation, and fading consequences. The backlash was swift. IMDb flooded with low scores. Reddit threads exploded, YouTube filled with disappointed reactions. But it wasn't just hate, it was heartbreak. Because people care. They care enough to be disappointed when the story falters. So is this the end? Or just a stumble before the finale? Episode 8 is still on the horizon, with a chance to redeem the season. To remind us why we fell in love with Hawkins. To prove that this bridge still leads somewhere meaningful. Episode 7 wasn't a disaster. But it was a warning. A reminder that even the strongest stories can lose their way if they forget what made them powerful. Let's hope the Duffer Brothers are listening. Because the world is watching closely. What did you think of episode 7? Was it misunderstood, or simply miswritten? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like if you agree, subscribe if you still believe. And remember, sometimes the real danger isn't the monsters we see. It's the stories that lose their way.